Fragrances that remind me of my mother. My mother is the best mother that anyone could ever ask or dream of. She's obviously just loving, caring. She did everything for me as a child and still does things for me even today. She's God-fearing. She embodies what it means to be nurturing and she's a disciplinary. Yeah, I had that a lot as a child as well. But she's filled with so much knowledge, wisdom. She has discernment. She's able to see things even before they happen, it feels like it. And so I love my mother. And so I have before you all today 8 fragrances that remind me of my mother. And I think these are going to be perfect for Mother's Day. Those of you who are going to be going and taking mothers out for dinner and surprise them with flowers and whatever you're going to be doing for Mother's Day. Just take the time and make sure you always honor, love your mothers. And so that's what I'm planning to do. But I did want to drop some fragrances on for you guys, just some nice Mother's Day approved type fragrances. This is going to be a rank list. It was kind of a tough one because I love all these fragrances. So the first one on the list will be Sicily by Mancera. Now this right here is playful. This is fun, right? I don't know about you, but my mother is fun. She can be serious, and obviously she could be, as I said, I got whoopings as a child, and but at the same time, Mom is filled with much laughter and joy and so much excitement in her. And so this right here, Mancera, is something that reminds me of my mother. Now, this right here opens up with orange and has grapefruit and peach and pineapple and bergamot and apple, just every fruit you can think of underneath, everything besides the kitchen sink is in this fragrances in terms of the citruses. Joyful, and that's my mom's nickname. I'm not gonna give too much information about you, but joy. That's what this fragrance makes you feel like. It has rose in it, it has violet, it has jasmine. And when it dries down, it has some musk and some woods in it. Get your nose on this one right here. It'll run you about $65 to $90, depending on where you get it. As always, I leave links below for where you can get it. Beautiful fragrance, fun, playful. Get your nose on this. This is Sicily by Mancera. Coming in at the number 7 spot, there's 8 fragrances here. This right here, new to my collection. This is Etat Libre de Orange, and this is by Roland Moret. This right here, another nice fragrance, new to my collection. Opens up with some iris and some woods, some vanilla. It's just a smooth fragrance. My mother is smooth. She's a smooth operator. So this one right here, it has the vanilla. It has some neroli in it, which is that orange honey type of accord. It has some oud, and as it dries down, oud gets a little powdery. Run you about $50. Beautiful, nice fragrance. You got to get your nose on this one right here. I'll leave a link below. This is Etat Libre de Orange. Coming in at the number 6 spot, this one right here, I featured this before. This is Hommage Homme. This is by Lalique. Look at that bottle, beautiful bottle, glass bottle, nice cap. It's not a magnetic cap, but it does snap on. So beautiful bottle, beautiful presentation. It's becoming hard to find because unfortunately they just discontinued this. But you know what? Mothers like mine are hard to find. And so my mom has not been discontinued. I'm not saying that, but rare, hard to find. That's what I think of when I think of my mother. And so beautiful fragrance. As it opens up, the violet, my mother's favorite color, purple. So violet has the saffron in it, has bergamot, Oh, it's just a nice fragrance. It has the violet gives it a nice candied wood. If I had to give it a description, the saffron gives it a nice honey, leathery accord. And then the bergamot is kind of the lemon lime type of accord. Just a nice combination, has some oud, some pepper, some musk as it dries down. Good for the evening, good evening type scent as well. So Hommage à l'Homme by Lalique, get your nose on this. You will not be just disappointed if you can find it. It'll run you about $35. That's what I paid for this. I hear it's been going up to $50 and $60 because it's been becoming hard to find. So get your nose on it. Coming in at the 5th spot, and this right here is actually the scent of the day. This one right here is one that I'm growing to really love. This is Amouage Reflection. Now, Amouage Reflection Man, Reflection, I'm sorry, because there is a Reflection Man as well, but Amouage Reflection, it opens up with this woody floral type of accord. You know the bottle is going to be very nice. The magnetic cap, anything by Amouage is going to have a magnetic cap. The presentation is going to be perfect. Look at the glass. I need to, dust mine off a bit, but this is a beautiful fragrance. It has the jasmine, which is a sweet, it has the neroli, which is that orange type of accord, as I've mentioned before. It has some iris, and it even has this ylang-ylang. Ylang-ylang is kind of a custard, honey, banana type of accord. Beautiful fragrance. As it dries down, it does get very powdery, which is probably why it took me a while to grow to enjoy it. But if you can, the dry down is where this thing really performs. As it settles in, this thing just gets better with time. Just like my mother, she ages to perfection. As she continues to age, the better she's becoming. And so that's what this right here is. You put this on and let it settle down, you will not be disappointed. This is Reflection Man. It has some sandalwood, some cedar in the dry down. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Get your nose on it. This one is one of the more pricey ones on the list. Run you maybe about $150 and up, but it's worth every penny. Amouage Reflection. Coming in at the 4th spot on the list, and this one right here is one that, and each of these fragrances are going to be perfect, as I said, for Mother's Day and for even this time of year. This right here is The Tux by Maison Alhambra The Tux. Nice bottle, once again, glass bottle, as you can see here. Beautiful. Plastic cap, you got to save money because this is actually a clone of YSL's Tuxedo, which will run you $150, $200, right, and up. But this right here you can get for $50. So you got to save money somewhere, but it's still a nice presentation. And just as the name, man, you should dress up when you wear this. This right here opens up with the patchouli. If you're not used to patchouli, this one here is a good introduction to it. It has the ambers, it has the vanilla, it has the floral notes, some spices and some woods. It has some leathery and powdery accords as it dries down. This right here is becoming one of my favorite fragrances. The more I wear it, I just wore it a few weeks ago. Actually, I believe I wore this just a few weeks ago. So this is going to be a good scent that you can wear on Mother's Day, especially if you're going to be going to church to praise the Lord. If you're going to be going out to dinner, maybe you're going to be taking moms out to dinner, put this on, man. Mom is going to be quite impressed with you. So you want to come with it on Mother's Day. You want to dress to impress, put on the Tuxedo by Maison Alhambra. Coming in at the number 3 spot, this one right here, this is a tough one right here because I consider this maybe my favorite fragrance of all time, but I'm only talking about fragrances for Mother's Day. This right here, Amouage. Once again, you know the presentation. This is Jubilation 25. Magnetic cap, beautiful bottle, gold juice inside of this right here. You can see I put a huge dent in this because it is, I still think this is, it's probably one of my, it has to be, it's in the top 3, definitely. But if I had to pick, this is probably my favorite of all time. But I'm gonna put this in the number 3 spot. Now, if you don't know anything about Jubilation 25, it opens up with the labdanum type of accord. It has a leathery and the ambers just, I mean, look at the color. It's all about the ambers. It has blackberry inside, in the opening of this. It has this nice cinnamon and honey accord. It has rose and some woods in there. And then as it dries down, I'm telling you, the myrrh, I talked about that. You have to take a look at one of my previous videos where I talked about fragrances that I had imagined that Jesus would wear if he were to wear fragrances. So you have to take a look at that video. But has the musk, has some oud and patchouli as it dries down. Man, you're not gonna find any holes in this fragrance right here. Amouage Jubilation 25. Coming in at the number 2 spot on this list is going to be one that is becoming hard to find in the USA, and this is Dior Homme Parfum. Dior Homme Parfum. Beautiful bottle. Once again, I'm not gonna spray this, you know. You see, I'm not spraying these type of fragrances. This will run you about a couple $100. I found it on a discounter on a eBay type site. I think it was Mercari. I found mine, and so I got a good deal for it. But this right here, this is all about the iris. One of my favorite accords of all time. Iris opens up, which is kind of a powdery, lipsticky type of accord. It's just so nice. It has the orange, it has some leather, it also has some rose in it as well, some floral notes, and some wood and oud in the dry down. But man, that iris accord is just going to get you right. This one right here, definitely if you're in a cooler spring, you could definitely pull this off. It's not really a summer fragrance, but man, it's definitely one that you wear for special occasions. And so, I don't know, I might try to pull this off. I don't know, we'll see. The weather out here in the Bay is not too warm over here. It's nice, you know, in the high 50s. I might be able to pull this off. I don't know. This right here, one of the best of all time, Dior Homme Parfum. Get your nose on it. And coming in at the number 1 spot. And if you had to put up the perfect fragrance for Mother's Day, this is it right here. This is Portrait of a Lady. Portrait of a Lady. Man, this right here, Portrait of a Mother, huh? It has the rose in it, and my mother is a rose. And so this right here is one of the best rose fragrances of all time, in the number 1 spot. The accords, of course, you know it's gonna be the rose, right? It has some black currant in it, just like Jubilation 25. It has some raspberry, some tangy citruses in the opening as well. But man, the rose steals the show, just like our mothers steal the show, right? It has some patchouli, some incense as it dries down, some sandalwood, and even has some nice ambery accords. You cannot go wrong with this. I'm thinking that this is actually going to be my fragrance of choice for this Mother's Day. And so I hope you all like these 8 fragrances that are Mother's Day approved, that remind me of my mother, and hopefully some of your mothers, you'll be able to just put this on and just smell good as you guys honor them on this great day. And so, if you like this video, leave some comments. Let me know some fragrances that remind you of your mother. And I'm not saying fragrances that your mother would wear, but just ones that you can wear, you know, that still are masculine enough for you, but yet just remind you of your mother. Leave some comments below on the fragrances you're going to be wearing on Mother's Day. Like and subscribe. And this video is running a little long, but hey, for Mother's Day and for my mother, I can give her all the time in the world. This is Marvin for Preaching Sense. I'm out.